Hello everyone, welcome back to another brand new video. Normally I start my video with talking about which video I made recently and all that stuff, but now today I think we should talk about something else. So I have a thought that we should have more stories about Ukraine on my channel. Well, I can't just travel to Ukraine in order to make a vlog for obvious reasons, and it's probably not a very wise decision to make. But although I technically can because I'm a Ukrainian citizen, so I can legally enter Ukraine if I want to. But there's plenty of stories about what's happening in Ukraine right now, and I think we should help them share their stories. Anyway, today let's react to a couple of vlogs. We will not be reacting to the wall vlogs because it will be too long, but I can always make a part 2 if you want to. So this is a story about Dmytro Bakhnenko in Russian-occupied Ukraine. Kherson to be exact. In case you didn't know, Kherson is now liberated by Ukraine, so it's under Ukrainian control again. Thankfully. So let's react to it. Warning: distressing images of war and description of torture. PPO systems. You can hear someone shooting in the distance. It's scary.
My name is Dmytro Bakhnenko. I'm a local journalist. I've lived in Kherson, Ukraine, all my life, and now my city is under Russian occupation. I start to film, to record history as it happens.
Россия здесь навсегда. Никакого возврата в прошлое не будет.
My partner is Lydia, and we have a 5-year-old daughter, Ksyusha. This is our family story. Life under occupation.
They're
The
still
center
having
of the
fun.
crisis
You can see that.
that is changing the world.
They're occupied.
There had been fighting around Kherson for days. Every day we hear explosions
oh
and
my God.
sirens.
Is that you filming all
They
this?
have taken our city. Everyone is scared. It's a big risk to get my camera out.
Yeah, definitely. So here in the map you can see Kherson city. It's much smaller than imagined originally. It's big compared to any city in Denmark. So what am I saying? You can see it's right near the Dnipro river, and also the region of Kherson is right near Crimea. So Russian forces had a huge capacity to take over Kherson because they came from down here and probably also from this side. I'm not sure. I can tell.
We move our mattresses into the corridor, where we are protected by extra walls. And we play games to keep Ksyusha calm. For the first few days, everything freezes. Schools are closed, government buildings abandoned, factories and offices empty.
У нас есть буряк, картошка, капуста.
Is that for borscht?
Томатная паста.
Ukrainian borscht?
Ксюша. Ксюська.
We try to stick to our routines to keep things as normal as possible for Ksyusha.
So Dmytro has a huge responsibility for his family, and yet he still have time to take the camera and document on what he's seeing in his home city.
Ти все одно навіть реагуєш на доньку, ти намагаєшся чимось, донька вкладається спати, ти занурюєшся в новини, бо складно було це хоч якось витримувати. Постійні вибухи, які ми чули, і прильоти.
first weeks of the war, I start going to an Orthodox Church of Ukraine. I get to know the priest, Father Serhiy Chudanovich. Today, he is burying a Ukrainian soldier.
Сьогодні день особливий. Ми провели народний похорон. Ви приймали кожен з вас.
Some are worried that honoring a dead Ukrainian soldier will be seen as a provocation by the Russian military.
Те, що Сергій ховав цього солдата, це характеризує Сергія як людину. Те, що він не... вони могли прийти, росіяни.
Я думаю, що вже храм був давно під спостереженням, тому що туди поприходили люди, які попали їм на карандаш точно. І я за це трошки корю себе, тому що я, але знов хто знав.
Well, I don't think the priest should blame himself, definitely. And neither should any of those people. The worst thing is that the Russians, mobilized Russian soldiers, thought that they should have been welcomed as liberators of Ukraine. And that's because Russian propaganda said that to them. They were very surprised to see in the process that Ukrainians protested against them and called them Nazis. And here they are, Ukrainians protesting against the liberators. And that's a long Ukrainian flag, actually.
Тому вийшло дуже
Pretty long one.
прям тисячі.
Okay.
І видно було, наскільки шоковані росіяни. Тому що в їх картинці світу їх тут зустрічають як визволителів.
Confused, the Russian soldiers don't seem to know how to react. But on March 21st, after 3 weeks of demonstrations, everything changes.
Ми ходили десь в місто,
My God.
бачили росіян.
Graphic content right here, guys.
It's 23 days into the occupation. We are staying at my family home. I grew up here with my brother and our sister Marina. She and her husband Vitaly arrived last night, escaping a battle outside town. Vitaly works on a private luxury estate, located close to the front lines. Now, my sister Marina is checking how much smugglers charge to get people out of town.
До границы с Румынией и Молдавией за $2000. Прошу с пониманием отнестись к цене. Я свои риски оценил в данную сумму. Всем удачи.
Now, how exactly does it work? Do they just smuggle you out? Like, who smuggles you out?
Conditions in Kherson are getting worse. And with news in short supply, I cycle to Father Serhiy's church. But when I arrive, Father Serhiy isn't there.
Кто приехал? Приехали, типа менты. Вы кто такие? Мы с милиции, с полиции.
То есть они его забрали.
Можно сказать, не задержали. Как это называется? Забрали.
Oh my god.
Had I arrived 5 minutes earlier, the Russians would have seen me too. And if they searched me, they could have found my videos. I too could have been taken away. I'm worried about Father Serhiy's mobile phone. Did he have a chance to delete his text messages with me? I need to be more careful.
І
Are those
Шокуючи
explosions
свідчення
far away
звірств окупантів.
in distance?
Слідчо-оперативні групи вже вивезли з території Київщини 410 убитих цивільних.
Був один момент такий, знаковий, напевно, для всієї країни. Це Буча.
Масові розстріли людей просто посеред вулиці. Окупанти зв'язували їм руки білими пов'язками, а потім стріляли в потилицю.
Showing this on YouTube can be risky. This is actually some graphic content right here, and it's horrifying. People should know that it's horrifying.
Всего того, что произошло в Буче, от всего того, что мы увидели и свидетелями чего мы стали. Я понял, что я не хочу говорить по-русски.
The reality of this war is impossible to process. How much does Ksyusha understand? What will she remember?
Yeah, exactly. She would remember that even after the war ends, and hopefully it ends well.
Will it change her? The Russian media talks of plans for a referendum. They want to create a
You can see
pro-Russian
there
republic
like these
to
Z
legitimize their
symbols
occupation.
on their cars.
It weighs heavily on my family.
Ух тишка. Чому ми залишаємось? Що зміниться від того, що ми вийдемо? Чи стане краще?
І мучить це, що метушіння між одним варіантом і другим.
Тобто ми кожного разу обираємо не їхати. Виходить так.
Ну,
3 weeks after Father Serhiy was taken by the Russian security services, he posts a video. He has escaped Kherson and wants to explain what happened to him.
Я стояв напів роздягнений, поставив на коліна, нагнули до
I'm glad he's okay.
притисли коліном, взяли дубінку, сказали, що зараз вони запхають мені в анальний отвір, розірвуть його. Це було дуже дискомфортно, дуже страшно і, відверто кажучи, в мене була паніка, я не знав, що мені робити. Коли мене почали кричати на мене, що я буду з ними співпрацювати, я сказав, що буду. Ну, так вийшло.
The Russian forces step up their campaign to rid my city of its Ukrainian identity.
Of course.
Ukrainian flags and symbols are removed. Russian flags now fly over all government buildings.
They're trying to make it into a
And a
Russian
senior
city.
Russian politician, part of Putin's circle, meets Kherson's new leaders. The message is clear.
Россия здесь навсегда. Никакого возврата в прошлое не будет.
For the first time, we begin to see ordinary people openly showing support for Russia by wearing a St. George's ribbon.
Just ordinary people? Really?
It is said that half of the population has already left Kherson. Now Vitaly and my pregnant sister are getting ready to leave. The Russian security services have taken over the resort and have threatened Vitaly.
Они приехали, это ФСБшники, все с автоматами. Ко мне подошел какой-то мужик, дал гранату, выдернул чеку и пошел. Подошел обратно, начал смеяться громко, улыбаться, там шутка-шутка. Приехал домой, говорю Марине, собирай вещи, бегом. Завтра выезжаем.
This is our chance to get out.
Ксюша спить, ми продовжуємо збиратися. І оце записав інформацію про Ксюшу. І хто буде про неї піклуватися, якщо з нами щось трапиться.
video that's horrible to even say.
Важкий момент.
There has been recent fighting on the roads out of the city. We've heard many reports that civilians trying to escape have been attacked.
Чоловік сестри Тіми подзвонив там зранку чи ввечері і сказав: ти ж розумієш? Ну, ми типу всі дорослі люди, в дорозі може трапитися все, що завгодно.
Ми стояли 8 годин на блокпості і казали, що десь Марина дізналася, що ми можемо переночувати у дитячому садочку.
Okay, that doesn't look like a kindergarten.
It's too dangerous to film at checkpoints, but I film when I can. Ksusha watches cartoons and sleeps. After 2 days and more than 20 checkpoints, we are lucky. Because we are traveling with Ksusha and pregnant Marina, we are let through. Others have to wait, with no guarantee they will leave. After 3 months of being occupied, we cross into freedom.
I'm glad
into a
you all
new
are
chapter
okay.
of our lives.
Doing well. Okay. And on November 11th, Kherson was successfully liberated by the Ukrainian forces. Thankfully.